Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto. I hope you're having a great day. To all the dads out there, happy flippin' Father's Day. Lay on your ass, let everybody else cook for you. Don't work the grill, don't clean anything, don't mow the lawn. Just relax and make it all about you. Okay, now that my joke is over, because that's not gonna happen. Let's get into it. So, Sundays is the day that I choose to really take a step back, reflect on what's happened in the past, over the past week, and start looking forward into what's going on in the next week and what my strategy will be. So first off, why is everything so effed? Hello, Three Arrows Capital. At the beginning, they were doing things really, really well. They raised money, they invested in the right things. Things were going all right. Then they got into the leveraging game. The leveraging game destroys. And here's Three Arrows Capital. Missing it. Just missing the target. It's a big deal. Okay? It's a very, very, very big deal. They've invested in things like Aave. And you know what? I'll even show you what they've invested in. Because I have it on the screen. Well, I will have it on the screen. Let me share my route with you. Here you go. Here's what they've invested in. All of these projects, dYdX, Synapse, Aave, MStable. I mean, you have a lot of known projects that they have invested in. Okay? So that says that there are going to be reverberating effects from Three Arrows Capital. Do they go away? Because they were highly leveraged. Like I said, they had raised capital, invested in great projects, and then just went off course with this whole leveraging thing. Staking. Oof. Ugly business. Ugly business. It's not mature yet. It's really not mature yet. There are certain things that you can stake in or get involved with regard to DeFi. And, yes, I have a couple of bucks in DeFi, and I'll tell you about it in a little bit. Today, I'll tell you about it in a little bit. But they went whole hog. I mean, just out there. I mean, BlockFi, just saying. So they got liquidated. They couldn't make their margin calls. Okay, your assets are mine. That's what happened. And because of everybody that they've invested in, those are the reverberating effects, which we will hear about over the coming weeks, how that really is going to play out. Okay, that's really what's going on. So that caused Bitcoin to drop. It caused Ethereum to drop. Hell yeah, it caused almost every altcoin out there to drop like rocks. So what did I do? DCA. I had a bunch of money sitting on the side, have chunks of money sitting on the side, and started buying in. So when Ethereum dropped below, $1,000, I went in and I went in heavy. Heavy. Why? Because it's freaking on sale. I had a conversation with somebody yesterday, a very smart person. He's like, I really don't get crypto. I said, great. We'll have drinks. We'll go over it. Not a problem. He understands crypto. He just doesn't understand. He just doesn't know if it's got a future. And I had to explain to him that, yes, it has a future. And the reason why it has a future in my book is because of the underlying tech that's there. The ability to move money, the ability to move contracts, the ability to have smart contracts. There are technologies there that really, really, really help business and help on the personal level. So that's why I believe cryptocurrencies have a future. It's not just because of the coin, it's also because of the underlying tech. So like I said, I went heavy and hard on Ethereum and ALGO. Those were the two. I'm already heavy and hard on other areas. Those were two that I felt incredibly light on, so I went in. And I will continue to go in. Right now, they're up, from where they were when I purchased. And they'll probably go back down and I'll dip in again. Okay? But we're talking about huge, huge ramifications from 3 Hours Capital. And let us not forget about Celsius. That also has reverberations. So when you think about what's out there, who got liquidated, all that stuff. Where do their investments stand? Like, who is actually going to wind up owning their investments at the end of the day? Because I can imagine that they probably didn't have enough to cover anything. Who knows? Like I said, that's going to play out over the next few weeks, and you'll hear more and more, and that's going to have almost a profound effect on the market. So what does that really mean? It really means that you're going to see projects fall by the wayside in droves. I firmly believe that. You're going to see them fall by the wayside in droves. This is no different than the dot-com bust. No different. So if you were around then, like I was, and you saw what was coming, you know that there are good projects out there that are going to fall by the wayside because they're ahead of their time. They just didn't have enough time to get strong and plant roots, grow that community. So they're going to go bye-bye. And a lot of the really bad projects, fake projects, are going to get toasted. Boom. I think they're going to go away. And you'll be able to see, well, who's out there? What should I be investing in? I told you before that there are going to be, many coins that will survive. Because the future of digital assets out there is not a single coin. It's not a handful of coins. It's going to be tens or even hundreds of coins that are going to be in that ecosystem. That's what I believe is going to happen. So you're going to see huge consolidation. Whales are not running away from Bitcoin. If you hear that, know that it's BS, okay? Because whales are buying Bitcoin on the dip. That's a hint. That is a hint. So if you've got money lying around that you're not doing anything with, that's not doing anything for you. Me, I had that. I planned for that. Because I have a diverse portfolio. Stocks, bonds, options. I don't muck around with them anymore. So whatever I'm holding. I mean, I muck around with options a little bit, when I get the inkling. But I really don't mess around with them. So when my options are done, I'm done. I'm out. I've either taken a loss or made money. I broke even. Those are the three options. Luckily, I've been doing better than breaking even. Luck. But when I look at my investments, I have real estate property. So all those things, real estate and crypto. Except for me, I tell people, hey, if you're just getting into crypto, do your own research. And just like everybody else is saying, hey, don't get deeper than 5%. You can get deeper once you become more familiar and you understand the underlying technologies, you understand the projects themselves, you understand who's involved with the projects, the size of the market space that they're in, the utility that they offer, the community that they've built, the sub projects that are involved on the platform. When you get that far and you get that deep, then maybe you'll contemplate bumping up from 5%. Okay? When I look at how I do my research, that's how I do my research. I try to go deep into the coin. And periodically, whether I've said yes to an investment or no to an investment, I revisit that every so often to make sure that, hey, is that still on track? As well you should. It's a part of your research. A part of your research is checking on new stuff as well as confirming old stuff. Right? Nothing's ever stagnant. We live in a moving world. Okay? So, about research. My man, Octavio Leal. What's up, bud? Octavio asked me to do some research on AMP. So, let's dig in on AMP. Looking at AMP. Ta-da! We can get rid of that one. Supposedly they have some kind of value proposition where they're making things, transactions instant, verifiable. I don't know. You came into the market, you were low. Let's take a look at that. Where did I have it? Let's do it here. AMP. Here's AMP. So they're trading below a penny. They're trading under a penny, and look at their life's history. Let's look at all. Here's their life's history. All right. And when I look at that, I'm kind of like, yeah, their high was 12 cents, 11, 12 cents, depending on where you were looking. And now they're back below, see where they were over here? Okay, they're back below that over there. They also have a market cap that's only like $363.5 billion. Million. And I'm just like, I'm not, unless I have a feeling, a gut feeling, on a specific project that I would get involved. Saitama is my seriously long shot. If you do your own research, Saitama is a crazy long shot. BNPL is another crazy long shot. Another long shot that to me really isn't a long shot is Gala, right? They're not really a long shot, but when I got them, they were a long shot, right? Not all my long shots pay off. Some of them crash and burn. Saitama could be one of them. I'm hoping not, but it could be one of them. Who knows? But when I look at AMP, I'm kind of like, I'm not. This just tells me that people don't understand your value proposition because they didn't start falling, at the beginning of the year like everybody else. Look at their drop. That's 11/24/2021, and it just kept going, just like everybody else this year. But they had big drops before. People don't understand the value proposition here, and neither do I. If you have to compare yourself to other coins, but you're not, look at as this switches over, there's almost no change in this text. So what are you really doing? And you're deep into staking. Okay, no, I'm good with that. Nope. I'm all right with that. So do I think that they could be a part of the ecosystem going forward? Maybe. I don't know. And the reason why I say maybe is because when you look at some of these coins, like when you look at Ethereum, they're moving over to proof of stake, which is going to be way faster, way cheaper, and Lord, thank you, better for the environment. So when I look at that, I just kind of go, yeah, I can think of other projects to put my money in rather than AMP. If you believe in the project, Octavio, and you think it's going somewhere, you could take a couple of bucks and, possibly get in on AMP because they're less than a penny right now. And if they pop back up, you can make a multiple if you believe in the project. I have to do a bit more to see if I can get to a point where I believe in this project, but that's a pretty precipitous fall. What I do like is, see this? The AMP white paper dives further into technical capabilities and advanced features of AMP smart contracts, including blah, blah, blah. I like that. I like that they're upfront with it. It's right there on the front page. You can click it and go get it. So do I think they have a future? Possibly. They're ranked 87th on the list, right? So being ranked in the top 100 is not easy. It's not. People might think it is. It's not. And remember, it's even harder to get to 500 million than 1 billion, than 2 billion and above. Can AMP do that? Possibly. Smart contracts? Okay, that's a good space to be in. I think they have to do a better job at explaining to people, like, what's your value proposition up front? I think there's a better way that they can state it. So that's what I'm having a problem with, and I'd have to dig a little deeper. Do I feel funny about them? No, but I'm not going to put my money in them right now either. I don't have that solid of a feeling. But Octavio, if you do, like you did before, drop it in the comments. Let me know, and I'll do another video as I get deeper into AMP, because it could be something. I don't know yet. Maybe you've got a hot tip here. Extensible and open source. Cool. They get into their technology. They get into their tech up front. So one thing I will say, even though I'm not giving them any money, I'm not investing any money in them right now. I'm not to say that I won't, just not right now. It's a no for me right now. But what I do like is they're up front with their tech. Because they're saying we're not some kind of fake whatever. Please look at our white paper. Please look to see what we're doing and how we're doing it. Whoa. Busted projects to me, don't do that. Straight up, busted projects don't do that. I think this is just, bad marketing right here. And, this part of their website, I think is just bad marketing. I think they could have done a better way to give me what they do. I don't understand what that means. AMP improves assets like blah, blah, blah with instant verifiable assurance for any real world application. The fuck does that mean? Sorry, but I'm a kid from the Bronx. I curse all the time, so get used to it. But that's what I'm looking at. Right, so I have a few other projects that I need to look at first, but I'll get to this one and I'll get deeper. Maybe I'll get some more confidence, but I do have a little bit of confidence in them in that, okay, you have a problem with marketing, you have a problem with putting your real value statement up forward, but the fact that you're so open about your technology and what you're doing and what you're trying to do, I have to kind of figure it out. You're making me go inside and figure it out. But I also don't think that it's a sham project, and that's a plus because there are a lot of sham projects out there. So AMP to me is worthy of more review. That's where I land on it. All right. So for the next week, given everything that's happened in the past week, for the next week, I'm looking for more dips. I told you that if Bitcoin goes below 19, if it touches 19, my next number is 15. My next number for Bitcoin is 15. That's what I'm looking at. So I'm going to be paying attention to any sign whatsoever that it could drop. But I want you to stop and think about something that gives me, just a ton of hope. Forget about the whales buying Bitcoin on this dip, buying big on this dip. It's the idea of how many whales are making maneuvers behind the scenes, moving coin off of, centralized exchanges. I think that's in preparation for OTC transactions. That's how a lot of OTC transactions happen. They drop in piles and then they sell in piles. How the hell do you think MicroStrategy buys? All these big companies buy what they're not buying. That most of them are not buying on an exchange. That would drive prices high. That's not what they want. Not yet. They're doing all these over-the-counter transactions, direct transactions. That's what they're doing. So I'm DCAing for the next week, and I'm looking for characteristics that would tell me that Ethereum is going to go back down and hit the 800s again like it did yesterday, maybe even hit 700s. Again, for me, I think I've said this before, to me, Ethereum could go as low as 500. If it goes as low as 500, I'm getting in. Big. Big. If Bitcoin hits 15, yes, I will jump for joy and I will go in big, heavy and hard. You're talking about technology that's going to be the backbone of the future. That is the backbone of the future. Period. End of report. This is Eddie J on Crypto. If you like what I'm doing, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and absolutely, please hit the notification bell so you know when I'm dropping a new video. Hope you have a great day. And again, guys out there, happy Father's Day.